Hello, my name is Bojangles, and I will be your host for this afternoon. Welcome to day 2 of simplifying and rationalizing denominators. This is section 12.1, and this is your warm-up for the day. Day 2 of eLearning with Mrs. Messias. Again, I'm Bojangles, and I am your host. Sorry about that. Jangles wanted a little spotlight. So today we're going to be looking at simplifying the square root of 175. So what I did was I took 175 and I divided it by 5. It ends in a 5, or if it ends in a 0, it can divide by 5. So when I divide 175 by 5, I get 35. That means that 5 times 35 gives me 175. So 5 is the smallest number. It doesn't break up into anything smaller than 1 in itself. 35 breaks up into 5 times 7, and 5 and 7 both don't break up into anything else. Because of that, I've got 5 times 5 times 7. So I can put them under the square root, and I've got 5 times 7, and my two 5s are the same, so they cancel out and they bump out to the outside. So it reduces to 5 square root of 7. 7 is left under the square root. That is how you simplify. And when I'm rationalizing the denominator, what that means is I need to get the square root of 10 out from the bottom. The denominator is the bottom number, and when I rationalize the square root, that just means that whatever is on the bottom here, if it is a square root, you need to multiply, oops, broke the pencil. You need to multiply by the square root of 10 on this side and the square root of 10 on this side. When I do that, these two on the bottom turn into the square root of 100. Again, that's on the bottom. Oopsies. Well, yes, it is 10 times 10, but you could also do 10 times 10. I think I would do it this way. So I can do 10 times 10 gives me 100. And then on top, I'm going to multiply across. I've got 5 times the square root of 10, and because the 5 and the 10 are not like terms, this one does not have a square root and this one does, I cannot combine them. So I just put my 5 here and my 10 here, and without having to write that multiplication sign, I just know that when it's sitting outside of here, that it's being multiplied. So I have the square root of 10 times 10. These two numbers are the same. 10 hops outside into the front, and I am left with 5 on top. Whoopsies. Sorry, 5 on top. Square root 10 divided by this 10 that is left over. So you got to be careful. This is our favorite part. We got to simplify. 5 over 10 is the same thing as if I took my 5 and I did 1 times 5, and if I take my 10 and I make that 2 times 5. Now my two 5s are the same, so I'm going to cross those out. I'm left with a 1 on top and a 2 on the bottom. So now I can write 1 root 10 divided by 2. There's my final answer. Oh, Jangles, did you want to say goodbye? Nope, he's taken a nap already. Well, this is Mrs. Messias, and I'm signing off. This was your daily warm-up, day 2. Hope you liked our little intro, and I will be setting up our lesson shortly. Stay tuned.